And what about the character of Oleinik as well? He told me this week that he spent a lot of time training with Overeem in the past. I think they had 2 camps with one another. And he was very honest in his assessment. He said, I found it very difficult to wrestle into the canvas. I never got a submission over him. But to your point, Paul, in order to march forward in this division, I need to beat this guy. But just on his character, Dan, one of the most humble guys around with so much experience.
A humble guy and an unusual guy as well. You know, you can see when he's doing interviews, in whatever language he's speaking, he's an unusual individual. You can see that his brain works in very different ways.
He's always thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Always analysing and thinking and trying to take people by surprise. And that has really shown itself in his submission game as well, with his ability to clamp on this Ezekiel choke. Listen to this. A real star already here, especially with that win over Mark Hunt, a really respected name around here.
Oleinik marches into the octagon ahead of arguably his biggest fight to date. Roll out the red carpet. Combat Sports royalty is here. 90th Combat Sports appearance for the number 7 ranked Alistair Overeem. He righted the ship against Sergey Pavlovich in China. Got a first round knockout. Brought back the old school Overeem to get the win there on that occasion. But tonight has a very, very tricky assignment ahead of himself, Paul. But he's never far from challenging for gold, is Overeem.
No, I really don't think he is, especially in the heavyweight division. You're only a few fights away from always being right there in that #1 contender spot and getting that next chance. And for Reem, God, he's so dangerous and he's so unorthodox, especially now. And he even talks about it in his interviews. As I've gotten older, I've had to get different. I had to change things up. I've got to be smarter. And I've seen that firsthand in his camps. He drills a lot. He goes over very specific things. Like I was talking to my teammate, Jonathan Webb, who trained a lot with Overeem out in New Mexico, and he was saying they would go over the glove touch 40 times in a day to get used to, and the opponent would do, John would do different stuff. He'd throw a flying knee at him, or he'd come out and touch and rush him for a takedown, or he'd come in and circle one. So Reem's always thinking. He's a very intelligent fighter. He's a very intelligent guy when you speak to him as well.
Yeah, you can see that in the amount of times that he's adapted and changed his skin in this industry. I mean, the thing is, every time you see Overeem step in there, you don't know which version you're going to get, and every version that you have seen in the past is always in his back pocket. You don't know whether Overeem's going to come out here pressure with hands and then look for a guillotine on Oleinik. Yeah. If he's looking for a surprise. I mean, we saw him running through guys with guillotines. Guillotine Vitor Belfort, a legit black belt. You know, we can't count out every element of Alistair Overeem's game, and we just don't know what to expect every time he steps in the octagon.
Good reception.
Yeah, he's fought here before. This is a good hunting ground for him. Pressed reset on his career by moving to Team Elevation. So far, that has been a touchdown for him. Raves about the chemistry. This is his second outing under their banner. Great to see him here in Russia with us in our main event. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape then. Overeem 38, Oleinik 41, 2 inches separates them in height, and at 80-inch span, their reaches are identical. With the main event introductions, here's the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Ben Cartledge, Mark Collette, and Magic Podolewski. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Mark Goddard. And now, this is the moment UFC fans watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the Ubility Sports Complex in St. Petersburg, Russia. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 57 wins, 11 losses, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 237 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, presenting the number 9 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Aleksei the Boa Constrictor Oleinik. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 44 wins, 17 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 245 pounds. Fighting out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, presenting the former Strikeforce heavyweight champion and the number 7 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem.
Aleksei, Alistair, you know exactly what I expect. I want you to fight hard, I need you to fight clean. If I say stop, please stop. If you want to touch gloves, now's the time. God bless.
Who will the writers be leading with tomorrow? Will it be that man, Alistair Overeem, or will it be Aleksei Oleinik? Maximum 5 5-minute rounds of action. This, our main event from St. Petersburg, Russia. Lots of mutual respect between these two fighters. Striker versus grappler. Overeem in the grey, Oleinik in the red. Pulling guard immediately is Oleinik. He's already setting up that Ezekiel choke.
No messing at all. He's around the neck. Now he needs to bring the left hand inside.
You got to think Reem is completely aware of that, right?
Sure, but remember, Overeem was supposed to be fighting Volkov, a 7'1" striker.
Yeah,
so a bit of a change. I'm sure Elliot Marshall's been doing good work with him back in Denver.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better guy to be working with to prepare for a jiu-jitsu guy.
Oh, what's happening here? There's a little pause from Oleinik. Oh, nice knee up the middle.
I think Oleinik's playing games here. I think he keeps coming over with that right hand because he's going to look to level change underneath it when he feints.
Oh, caught him with that as he came in, I believe. Nice trip there from Overeem. I think Overeem was watching the co-main.
Oh!
What did I say? We got caught.
Oh, Overeem's hurt! Here comes Oleinik! Can Overeem weather this storm?
Yeah, he's playing, but he's okay. I think he got hurt by that one, but
Yeah,
I think he tends to do that sometimes. He did it against Junior Dos Santos too. He just kind of shells up.
Yeah, that punch spun his mouth guard around though. It took Overeem a moment to replace that.
Oleinik was trying to wrap him up. Oh, massive knee.
The midsection, right into the solar plexus.
These are big shots from Oleinik, even under defenses.
But look for the clinch knees here from Overeem.
This is good work from Oleinik though.
He's holding that head.
Knees in.
He's looking for that same knee where he's going to pull down the head. He hit Mark Hunt with the same exact knee.
And we've got to watch the knee that he caught Frank Mir in that came up around the side of the guard as well. Really good timing on that.
Yeah, that's definitely something that he's been working on.
Well, how about this? Oleinik leading the dance with the striking. Having a lot of success as well.
Reem just covering up and waiting on that level change so he can forklift his opponent back to his feet.
It looks like Oleinik is going to have trouble in the wrestling department with Overeem.
Oh, what? Here we go. He's trying to set up. Every time he gets in that position, you move towards the edge of your seat.
Mark Goddard having a challenge getting away from these guys.
Lots of early action here in our main event.
Oh, man, I expected knee coming up the middle. Huh? Oleinik gets his head out. No.
The thing is with these heavier weights, you know, light heavyweight and heavyweight.
Oh, massive knee. And another. Uppercuts now from the Reem.
These short shots in the clinch can be quite impactful.
Here goes another knee.
Overeem with some beautiful knockouts via knee. Mark Hunt comes to mind.
Credit to Oleinik for taking those knees that Overeem is dishing out, too. He's coming back. Sorry, man.
No, you're good, man. Overeem's taking some deep breaths here. I think Oleinik's focus is just to try and put a pace on him, maybe slow him down.
And look at that screenshot.
Oh,
that
it is again.
46-5.
Keeps looking for that Ezekiel choke. I think Overeem was watching as we were doing the breakdown the other day in the gym.
Oh, beautiful knee to the body from Overeem.
Oh, switch knee. Deep breaths from Oleinik.
And again with a switch knee to trip, but didn't quite work out for him.
It's that right hook of Oleinik as he's closing distance against the fence. I would almost leave Overeem out of these circumstances and let him move along the fence so you can catch him as he's moving. Yeah.
Well, Overeem, I think, is trying to just put his defenses up here. Once again, he's got that tie clinch.
He thinks
he's very crafty with wrist control and knees.
You can tell that's exactly what his plan was coming in here. He's trying to catch Oleinik coming in with a big knee up the middle. When he's in this clinch, he's going to the body really well with it, too. He's dug a few really hard knees.
Oh,
there's another side one. Coming on again. Beautiful knee from Overeem.
Curling in the knees. Now it's Overeem. That one takes him down.
Is he playing possum, though? Is
Last 30 seconds.
He's turning away. 30 seconds. Is Oleinik going to stay on this
what
round?
is Overeem doing? He needs to just punch. He's hurt.
There it is. Passive hammers.
From Alistair Overeem. Oleinik's turning away. Mark Goddard's taking a closer look. He may stop this. 15 seconds. No.
It's another win. And another stoppage for Alistair Overeem.
It was those knees we talked about. I knew that's what he was trying to set up, and it was the side. He was coming from the outside onto the temple or the jaw of Oleinik.
And he just strolls off with a smile on his face, very casually. That is a big win for Overeem. A very risky fight here against a submission specialist. And he had him troubled there, or it seemed that way.
He had him hurt.